face day. That's the wide. That's the shot. That's the fridge shot there. Is like the wide shot at the one side of the first one. There's a big zone background. So I might well be anyway. Just so it's still be shot in mass.
هذه الاستضافة ليست هي الاستضافة الأولى، هذه الاستضافة السابقة في نزال الدرعية وانتهى باختصار الإيطالي جوشوا. نختصر نتكلم عن هذه امتداد الرياضات أكثر من مناسبة رياضات كثيرة يعني حتى في كرة القدم رحنا الشوط الإسباني أكثر من رياضة. فاليوم نزال البحر الأحمر نشوف إن المتابعة الإعلامية العالمية المتواجدين هنا صراحة شيء كبير ونفخر فيه في استضافتهم في المملكة العربية السعودية في مدينة جدة. هذا حدث رياضي عالمي. شفنا حتى الملاكمين السابقين، شفنا السابقين أكثر من ملاكم متواجد هنا. هذا يدل على أن الحدث هذا مرتقب وحدث كبير، حدث عالمي. كنا نشوف المصطلح يركب بعد قليل إن شاء الله راح نستمتع. السعودية للمرة الثانية بعد نزال الدرعية التاريخي
Ladies and gentlemen, the press conference will restart in just over 5 minutes. Can all fighters please make their way to the stage and all press be seated? Can all fighters please make their way to the stage? Thank you.
Ben, first question is going to be, what does it feel like to fight on a big...
and gentlemen, please take your seats. The press conference is about to start. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Zizzo. I don't want to get it wrong. I know the last bit. I thought it was Zahid. Ziad. Good. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Jeddah here in Saudi Arabia, ahead of a historic night of boxing. This Saturday, of course, the unified World Heavyweight Championship, Oleksandr Usyk against Anthony Joshua, but also a huge night of boxing, a huge undercard with so many tremendous fighters, many of them joining us up here, right here on the stage. And before we talk to them, before we get underway, very important for us to ask everybody, including the fighters, to stand for the Saudi Arabia national anthem. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, again, and welcome back. Of course, as I said, a historic occasion this Saturday in Jeddah. Nothing bigger in the world of boxing than the World Heavyweight Championship. And before we get to the main event press conference, so much to discuss here to talk to the members of the undercard ahead of a huge night. Of course, we want to thank our friends at Skills Challenge, been incredible partners, the investment that they've made, not just in bringing the elite end of the sport to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, but the investment that's been made at participation level, grassroots level, the development of young talent here as well. Of course, participation levels up over 300% here in Saudi Arabia. There's amateur tournaments going on right now as we speak and throughout the week. Of course, motivated, inspired by some of the biggest names in the sport in Oleksandr Usyk and Anthony Joshua, of course. Before we talk to the fighters, Of course, the Saudi Boxing Federation played such a huge role in the development of sport in the kingdom and also this event as well. Abdullah, welcome. We were here a few weeks ago. We're a few days away now from the event. As I said, amateur events going on this week as well in the kingdom. A massive moment for boxing in Saudi Arabia.
Very true. And again, I welcome everybody within the undercard. Not only that, actually, the first female fight is going to be within this undercard. The first professional female fight. So looking forward actually for growing the grassroots and looking forward for growing the female sports in boxing in general.
Very important, I know, for you and Skills Challenge and Prince Fahad and Prince Khalid as well to develop that future generation, to use boxing to inspire the younger generation and the people of this country as well. But as you said as well, plans to see one day, we have a young man here in front of us who we'll talk to shortly about seeing the future stars from Saudi Arabia as well, hopefully fight on stages and occasions like this.
And we look forward for that. I mean, Ziad is going to be our first, who is going to be in the undercard of a great event that is going to come, and hopefully more to come. He's going to inspire a lot of different other talented players to be moving from the amateurs to the ranks of the pros, and we look forward actually for him to be, inshallah, successful this time.
Thank you, Abdullah. Ziad, we'll start with you. Welcome. A massive moment for you as well, and excited. I saw you yesterday with fans everywhere. A big smile on your face for you, and bringing a huge event like this to the kingdom doesn't get much bigger than this.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, before I start, I just want to look at all the media. How good do I look right now? Good enough? The $1 million smile? I mean, it was a huge pleasure and honor to be here yesterday. And if I was writing my own story with my own hands, it wouldn't have been as good as God is writing for me right now. You know, alhamdulillah. I just love the support from the people. I love that I'm a symbol of hope and opportunity. And I'm representing more than just boxing that night. And that's a beautiful place to be for a young athlete.
I know the love that Skills Challenge and Prince Khalid and Abdullah have for the sport of boxing, but it is important when we're looking at increasing grassroots participation levels to see stars emerge, to actually be able to compete on the professional stage. You are one of them. Do you feel the pressure of almost the flag bearer, if you like, for the young stars coming through now to try and make it on a global stage?
Well, I'll tell you something, Mr. Eddie. It's a secret. Not many know, maybe. But the good thing about pressure is pressure makes diamonds. And that's what's going to happen that night. You know, I'm here to inspire. I always say I aspire to inspire. I want to be a stepping stone to the athletes of Saudi Arabia and the Arab world that are going to come after me. And that's when I know I'm going to get my job done. You know, the pressure's on, definitely. My back's against the wall. But the beautiful thing about that is I look behind me. I can't go back. There's only one way through, and that's going forward. And inshallah, I will do that.
Well, good luck on Saturday. A huge occasion for you. You weren't shy. You're full of confidence. And a young man that's also full of confidence, Ben Whittaker, welcome to the show. Great performance from you last time out. Second fight in the professional journey. Already boxing internationally, of course, part of the 258 team. And AJ insistent on getting you on this card. Huge opportunity for you to fight on a card like this, ready to go and showcase those skills again.
100%. First, I want to thank God for putting me in this position. I want to thank 258 for knocking the door. And, you know, we got here. I'm just treating this situation as an experience for me, you know. I believe I'll be fighting for those belts one day. And I just want to see what the fighters go through. And a magnitude of this fight, it's great to be here. But not being funny, looking at some of the kids on this undercard, you needed someone like me on here.
Okay. And also, Ben, your manager and your management team, 258, of course, headed by Anthony Joshua. I know you're looking to take care of business and get out there and watch the big man do the business as well in what is a massive fight for British boxing, world boxing, and of course, Anthony Joshua.
100%. My fight, let's forget about that because we'll win that one. But looking at AJ, the nights he's brought to Britain, it's great for him and it's great for the country. So the Britain should get behind him because too many people always downplay what he's done. So I'm rooting for him, 258 are rooting for him, and the rest of Britain should.
Thanks, Ben Whittaker. You're rooting for Anthony Joshua. Daniel Lapan, you're rooting for Oleksandr Usyk, of course, translator here in the house as well. Undefeated Ukrainian star. Big opportunity for you. We saw you fight on the first card as well. Team Usyk all the way through, and another big opportunity for you this Saturday.
Даниил, видели, как ты боксируешь в первом андеркарте. И вопрос такой, что ты ожидаешь, как ты будешь проводить этот бой?
На дистанции держать. В любом случае, я очень высоким ростом в этой весовой категории. И все соперники намного ниже ростом, поэтому я буду держать на дистанции и не давать ему подойти в ближний бой.
I have the main advantage, my height. That's why I will take my opponent on the distance, and I will not give him the opportunity to come closer.
We heard from someone before who was Team AJ. You've shared the camp with Oleksandr Usyk. You believe he will be successful on Saturday night?
Ты был на сборе вместе с Александром Усиком. Как ты думаешь, насколько он будет успешен в этом бою?
Я прошел полностью, да, сбор от и до, полностью эту подготовку, все нагрузки. Я думаю, что Александр будет, наверное, в самой лучшей форме.
I have done all the preparation with Oleksandr Usyk team, and I think that he is in the best form that he ever had.
Thank you, Daniel. We look forward to seeing you in action on Saturday night. Before we go to the top table, shows you the size and depth of this card when you've got two fighters like Andrew Tabiti and Badu Jack on this card as well. Andrew, I'll start with you. Former world title challenger, now up at heavyweight. You've got a very interesting fight against James Wilson. I mean, this is a guy who's been a bit of an internet sensation. Was going to fight on one of our cards around a year ago. That fight fell through. Not a lot of people know too much about him away from social media, but a fast, dangerous opponent. You're moving into heavier weight classes now, of course, and I know how pleased you are to be part of this event in Saudi Arabia.
Yes, I want to thank Prince Khaled from Skill Challenge. I'm real thankful to be in this opportunity. My initial opponent was Tyrone Spong, and that fight didn't go through, and so you know, I don't know if I'm a campaign at heavyweight. I'm gonna fight different. I'm gonna fight certain fights at heavyweight, smaller heavyweights, but I might campaign at cruiserweight and bridgerweight.
Obviously, you've mixed it with the heavyweights as well. I know you're a big part of AJ's camp before. I know you're very close as well.
Yes.
You expect him to do the business this weekend. A very tough fight for him, but you've shared many rounds with him. You know how much he wants victory at the weekend.
Yeah, AJ definitely. I definitely see him beating Usyk. He just have to be smart and use his size and all the advantages he has. He can beat him.
Thank you, Andrew. Badu Jack, former world champion. Pleasure to have you here on this card. Big fight for you as well. You're in a great run of form now, looking to move up, obviously, in the cruiserweight division as well and challenge for that world title. There's a lot of belts and a lot of champions that I'm sure you feel you could take in that division, and a big moment for you at the weekend.
Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, I want to thank Prince Khaled and the Skill Challenge for having me and the whole kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I appreciate all the love. And yeah, I'm excited to finally fight here in Saudi. I fought in Abu Dhabi and in Dubai, but now finally we're here, so I'm excited.
What's the plan for you, Badu, at this stage in your career? Obviously, you're still in great form. You've been in some huge fights in America as well. Is it world titles? Again, is that the focus for you? I know you want to stay active and fight around the world as well, but having won those world championship belts before, are you still focused on becoming world champion again in a different division?
Definitely, yeah. We was trying to get the Macabo fight for this card, but yeah, it didn't happen, and hopefully next fight. And yeah, I'm here to stay, and I feel young. I take care of my body. You gotta live, you know, a boxer lifestyle. You can't just, you know, live when you're in training camp. It's a lifestyle all year round.
Well, great to have you on the card. Look forward to seeing you in action on Saturday night. We move to the top table, and as Abdullah says, a major moment for the country of Saudi Arabia and boxing in Saudi Arabia at the weekend. The first ever professional female fight on the card as well. Crystal Nova against Ramla Ali, who's undefeated, big part of the Matchroom team in boxing all around the world. A trailblazer this week, creating history in this moment, as I said, in the first female fight in Saudi Arabia. Crystal, welcome, and via your translator as well. Big part of history for you this week, a massive stage for you. You ready for the challenge?
Es un grande placer tenerte aquí en la primera pelea de las mujeres. ¿Y cómo te sientes para hacer esa pelea?
Todo bien, gracias. Igual me siento yo también grandemente agradecida por darnos la oportunidad y por darnos también esa oportunidad de nosotras ser las dos primeras mujeres que vamos a pelear en Arabia Saudita.
She says thank you very much to give her this opportunity to be one of the first girl fights in Saudi Arabia, what they have, and she looks forward to give her best in the ring.
Thank you very much, Crystal. Ramla, welcome. We know these kind of moments are very important for you with your journey and your story in the sport. You've been incredibly active. You've boxed all around the world already, but this moment, something very, very different that we remembered for a long time to come.
100%. I was saying to the journalists earlier that, you know, world records will be broken on the track, or, you know, when you're doing 100 meters, you might have the world record at that time, but then two months later, someone will beat it. But for me and my opponent, Crystal, we'll be the first women in history, and no one can take that away from us. We will cement our names, and it will be there forever. And I know along the way that we're going to be inspiring so many young girls and so many women to not only take up the sport of boxing, but take up sport in general. I'm actually hosting a sisters club here tomorrow, not here, not in this venue, but like in Saudi Arabia. And like 30 to 40 girls have signed up to do the class. And, you know, knowing that we've inspired at least 30/40 women is a huge achievement in my eyes.
Obviously, I know that's important to you, and that creates its own legacy as well, but you're also getting to the point now where you're approaching the championship end of your career, unbeaten and improving all the time, great camps with Manny Robles as well. Yeah. I know you'll be soaking up that history and legacy moment this weekend, but also an important fight to win as you move towards championship fights in 2023.
100%. I'd love to have one final fight at the end of the year, hopefully for a title, Eddie. I hope so. So working towards that. It's like you said, I've had an incredible camp. I'm so incredibly blessed to work with Manny's son, my new strength coach, Matthias, and Edgar, who we've had to leave behind in LA. You know, I feel like their experience altogether has helped me become so ready for this fight. It's a joke. So I'm 100% ready to put on a great performance on Saturday. I know my opponent is game, and together we're going to show that women deserve to be on these big stages, and we deserve to box in Saudi Arabia.
Well, thank you very much. A historic moment in that fight, Ramla Ali against Crystal Nova. Two tremendous fights to talk about here. Two fights that are so important to their respective divisions. Firstly, the WBC final eliminator for the world light heavyweight title between Mathieu Bordelic and Callum Smith as well. Callum Smith, of course, has his own legacy and history in Saudi Arabia, winning the World Boxing Super Series, the WBA World Super Middleweight Championship, the Ring Magazine belt as well, now looking to secure a shot to become a two-division world champion. And Mathieu, we'll start with you, with your translator here as well. A massive fight for you. You're on a great run, European champion as well, but this is a big moment for your career.
Tu as eu une grande carrière jusqu'à présent. Mathieu, c'est un grand moment. Comment tu entrevois ce combat-là?
Bonjour à tous. Désolé aussi pour l'anglais, que je ne parle pas. Je n'ai pas été longtemps à l'école, malheureusement. Écoutez, pour moi, c'est une chance de pouvoir boxer dans une carte aussi prestigieuse. Joshua Usyk, ça va me donner beaucoup de visibilité et surtout, ça va me permettre de montrer tous mes atouts.
First of all, I'm sorry, I do not speak English, but I'm honored to be here to fight on such a prestigious card, and I'll be able to show all my skills in front of a big stage.
Your opponent, Callum Smith, a former world champion, a big puncher, but only one fight at light heavyweight so far. You're confident you will be victorious on Saturday?
Ton adversaire, un gros cogneur, son premier combat chez les mi-lourds. Es-tu confiant de pouvoir gagner samedi?
Écoutez, je suis un combattant dans l'âme. J'ai toujours été un battant tout le long de ma carrière. Et c'est énorme pour moi, il n'y a pas de problème. Avec grand plaisir de pouvoir faire ce combat.
I'm a warrior at first. It's in my DNA. I'm always here to win. I'm ready for a good fight.
Thank you, Matthew. Callum, welcome. It's been a long time coming, this one. Firstly, June, then July, then August, of course. You've been patient, waiting for the right opportunity. I know at this point in your career, all you are focused on is being a two-division world champion as well. Number one in the WBC yourself against number two in the WBC. A good fight for you this weekend, and obviously a must-win.
Yeah, must win. I think every fight's a must win at this stage of your career, and I'm in a busy division, a packed division where there's a lot of fighters waiting for a shot at the world title, and a loss here puts me at the back of the queue, and it's a very big queue to go to the back of, and a win here puts me at the front of the queue. It puts me next in line to fight for the world title, which, as you said, is the goal. I've been there before, down at 168, and I believe I'm good enough to do it at 175, so it's a must win. I'm excited. It's a big show. It's a big platform to perform on, and hopefully I can get the business done and move on to the world title.
Great memories for you in Jeddah, of course, in the same arena that you'll be fighting on Saturday when you captured the World Boxing Super Series trophy. You captured the World Super Middleweight title. You captured the Ring Magazine Championship as well. Interesting to see the changes returning here as well. It must be really good vibes for you this week.
Yeah, it's been good to be here. It's good to get back here, and obviously I've got the best memories from here, becoming world champion, and there's a good buzz around the place this time round, and obviously it's a great main event, but I'm here to do a job, and that's win, and I left here last time as a world champion. I believe I'll leave here this time, ready to fight for a new one, so there's a lot at stake for me at this stage in my career, and I'm here to perform, I'm here to put a show on.
Well, look forward to a tremendous fight. Callum Smith against Mathieu Bordeleak. Final eliminator for Artur Beterbiev's WBC World Light Heavyweight title. Now, of course, the main event, a tremendous heavyweight fight, but also the co-main event, a very, very important fight in the heavyweight division. A final eliminator for the IBF World Heavyweight title. The winner of this fight will go on to be the mandatory challenger for the winner of Usyk against Joshua. We'll start with Zhang Zhilei, the big bang, of course. A tremendous run of knockout victories for yourself. Olympic medalist. Huge star in China as well. And this moment, a huge moment for yourself, for your country, as you could potentially land a shot at the world heavyweight title.
来说是非常重要的，能不能形容一下这个对自己、对国家的重要性？
首先呢，很高兴啊，来到沙特阿拉伯，然后来参加这一场盛大的比赛。感谢艾利亨，感谢麦吉rum，感谢主办方。这场比赛对我来讲是一场很重要的比赛，因为赢了这一场比赛就可以直接挑战世界拳王。但是我的最终目标就是拿到世界拳王，所以说这场比赛对我很重要。如果我拿下这一场比赛之后，然后将对中国的职业拳击打进一针强心剂，然后会令整个中国人民感到兴奋。
First of all, it's an honor for me to be here in Saudi Arabia. I would like to say thank you to Mr. Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, and Saudi Arabia for making this happen. Being here, it's a privilege for me. Of course, this fighting is important. It's an IBF eliminator. Winning this fight would meaning like I can directly step up to face the winner of Usyk, Joshua, and it means a lot in China and the sport of boxing in China. I will promote the sport of boxing in China just for all my people.
我的上一场比赛，然后在中国的收视率已经达到有6000多万人在观看，然后这场比赛我估计会超过1个亿，所以说整个中国人民都在看我的比赛，中国人有14亿人口，然后中国的市场很大，所以说他们都在全力的支持我。
And for my last fight, 60 million people from China tuned in to watch that. I believe we'll make another history this time. I'm expecting 100 million. I have 1.4 billion people behind me and supporting me. Let's make it happen.
所以说这场比赛是我为国家而战。
I'm fighting for my country.
Finally, Zhang, I said earlier you look in tremendous shape, and you said Chinese power. You believe you win this fight by knockout on Saturday?
你觉得周六 会不会用 Chinese power 来击倒对手
？Yes， 周六会让大家再次见证中国力量。
Saturday, everybody's going to witness Chinese power again.
Thank you, Zhang.
Thank you.
Filip Hrgović, welcome. Thank you. Filip Hrgović, welcome. I don't know if that was for you or Zhang, but I'm not arguing with them, so it's fine. Firstly, before we start, I just want to thank everybody at Wasserman Boxing, Kalle and Nissa Sauerland as well for their support in making this happen. Filip, this is a big moment. We've been waiting for a fight like this for a long time. Feels like we went through the entire IBF top 15 once. We went through it again, and finally we found the man that was prepared to step up and fight you. You are now one fight away from being the mandatory challenger for the world heavyweight title. This is the moment of your career so far.
Hi to everyone. Thanks for having me here. It's good to be part of this huge event. And yeah, I'm waiting for this fight almost 2 years. And like you said, we went through a whole list. A lot of fighters didn't want to fight with me, and I'm glad that we find the one who wants that. Thanks to Zhang and his team, and I think we'll make a great fight.
This fight, a lot of people talking about, of course, southpaw, quite avoided as well, and a big puncher you're in against as well. You like to stand and...
We're both big guys. We are both big punchers, and but the thing is that I think he's really dangerous guy, but he lasts for few rounds, but I'm dangerous whole the fight. I'm dangerous for 12 rounds. That's the difference.
And finally as well, I know you're focused on Saturday, but the main event is a huge fight, and to put yourself as mandatory for the winner of Usyk and Joshua is a big moment for your career.
Yeah, it's a great moment, and I want, especially, I'm going to co-main event on this card before all these great fighters here, like world champions and contenders, and it's really honor for me. Thanks for that opportunity, and I'm sure you're not gonna regret that, and we make a great fight.
I agree with you. A tremendous fight. IBF final eliminator for the world heavyweight title, Filip Hrgović against Zhang Zhilei. So many great fights on the undercard. Of course, the main event, Anthony Joshua challenges Oleksandr Usyk for the unified world heavyweight title. But so many great fights before that in Jeddah on Saturday in Saudi Arabia. The fighters now are going to pose for head-to-heads, those on the top table, and also join the media wall down there for further interviews before we have a brief pause to go into the main event press conference. Thank you for your time. We'll be back shortly.
Stop. Yeah.